So welcome to my second ever unboxing video. I'm really excited about this one because I have been waiting for this package since May. And not the sender's fault. This is from Portland Button Works. I'll leave a link in the video description. And they are the seller of many a lefty book, including a lot of pagan stuff. Back in May, I treated myself and ordered myself a bunch of books. Because of the strain on the U.S. Post Office, I've read that there's a 60 to 70% increase in packages sent through the Postal Service. This package has taken a long time to get here. And again, it had to come from Portland, Oregon, all the way to Poland. So it's finally here. I've been really looking forward to that, and so you can watch me while I open it. If you are interested in ordering from Portland Button Works, they're great folks. They were very easy. They were great to work with, especially because I was going to be shipping a large amount of books overseas, and they work with me to keep the cost of the shipping down. And again, I really encourage you to check them out if you're interested in lefty stuff or Wicca and pagan stuff. Oh my God! Okay, so it's open. It's all the way open. And invoice. I'll put that aside. All right, so let's see what I got. So it's been a couple of months. I got this back in May when my hair was shorter. Also not quite sure what I'm doing with my hair, but I'm excited for this. I even got dressed up, wearing a little bit of Killstar. Figured it was a special occasion. So let's take a look. Paper for recycling. And first one. Becoming Dangerous, witchy femmes, queer conjurers, and magical rebels. So this one really interests me. It's a collection of essays by people who are queer, by different feminists, sort of looking at witchcraft and also about sort of sex and sexuality, sort of the intersection of those things. And I'm really curious to hear all these different voices. The foreword is by the same author as Witches, Sluts, and Feminists, which I think also might be in this box, if I remember right. This one is a great one. This is Witchcraft Activism, a toolkit for magical resistance. Includes spells for social justice, civil rights, the environment, and more. Especially looking at how lefty identified witches reacted to the Black Lives Matter movement. There was sort of a push on different social media platforms, including Reddit, Facebook, and Twitter, for witches to hex police and to do spells of protection for the protesters. I think this is a very timely book. I'm really, really curious about this. Obviously, I'm into witchcraft, but I'm also into the ideals of activism and social justice. I've organized some protests myself, and so I'm looking forward to reading this one. And urban magic. Well, I'm a city dweller, and a big part of the Wicca and witchcraft that I've read about is always focused on nature and the environment. And not that I want to cut myself off from any of that, but at the same time, I was really looking for a book that talked about the experience of witches living in cities and sort of the practices and the craft that we can hone here in the concrete jungle. And so I'm very curious about this one. Yes. All right, Satanic Feminism. This is a little zine, $6.66. Love it, absolutely love it. So being both a self-identified feminist and also I have given money to the Satanic Temple before. Not the Church of Satan, but the Satanic Temple. I am very curious about this one, and especially in regards to feminism, freedom of religion, and all that sort of stuff. I'm very curious about this one. Yes, I was right. Witches, sluts, and feminists. So this one, again, I want to... my amazing pile of books. I'm so happy about all these books. This is so amazing. The person who wrote the foreword to this is the author of this one. And again, sort of looking at the history of witches, feminism, and also sex, conjuring the sex positive. I feel like I need a little bit of that in my life. So, what else do we have in here? Oh, nice. So, True to the Earth, Pagan Political Theology. And again, I'm sort of interested in the intersection of social justice, protest, and pagan and witchcraft. And so again, this is sort of another one that I'm really, really curious about reading. And Caliban and the Witch. Obviously, Philosophy 2 has referenced this book in one of his videos, and I've been really, really curious about this. Again, this intersection of witchcraft, of feminism, of capitalism, and how all that stuff works. I have some of my own ideas, and I'm curious to see how it stacks up with historical things. Ooh, more zines! So we have Witches and pagans from the frame of whiteness. And I think it's been a really big talk in a lot of left-leaning witchcraft groups that I'm in about how we can avoid cultural appropriation, how can we be more self-aware, how can we sort of bring that kind of awareness into our practice, especially as white people, where I think we often carry the baggage of the shitty things that our ancestors did. And so I thought this is a nice little zine that I'm hoping to give sort of insights and sort of reflections on how to be a more thoughtful white person, especially a white person who practices witchcraft. Another great one. I love the title, the cover of this. Pagan Anti-Capitalist Primer. So, I would have so much good reading material. Oh, so many good zines. Again, another one. Witches, pagans, and cultural appropriation. I did mention this topic earlier about cultural appropriation, and things like burning white sage has been a really big topic in witchcraft circles, and so I'm really curious to read a little bit more about it. Nice pagan anarchism. So I'm going to be totally straightforward. Anarchism is not something I've read a lot about before, but there's a few other books I have earmarked and PDF files that I really want to dig into. And so again, I thought this was another good intersection of pagan theory and lefty theory. Best for last, perhaps. So, Godless Paganism, Voice of Non-Theistic Pagans. And to compound things on things, I may identify as a witch, I may practice witchcraft, but I also don't believe in a god per se. And so this collection of essays has really intrigued me, because again, the idea of a lot of witch groups really focus on deities and gods and goddesses. And while some of that research does interest me, I definitely wanted to see what a atheistic witchcraft would look like. So very happy here. Yay! So, new tarot deck, Science Tarot. I did mention that I am an atheist in addition to being a witch, and so I thought I do have one tarot deck, but it's like very old. It's a Hello Kitty tarot deck that I colored myself. I might show it on this channel at some point. But I really wanted a tarot deck that would sort of reflect my sort of ideals of both me being a witch, but also being an atheist. And so again, Science Tarot. Very excited about this. Let's see what this will look like. Books. Ow, so much packaging. I love it already. I'm not even going to open it right now because it'll sort of bore plastic and stuff. But we have Grand Unified Theory of the World. Again, I am very curious to crack this deck open and do myself a reading or two. Ooh, so what do we have in the bottom? There's still a few things left. Ow, my pins I ordered. Pins. All right, so I did, this is nice. So Siggles for Self-Care, teeny tiny little zine. Again, I think we all, especially in this trying time, we all need a little bit of self-care, but like real positive rituals that will help us. And I really am curious about what pins I ordered, because again, it's been a couple months. I know I have excellent taste. I know that my taste was good. So what did I get for myself? Yay! All right, so we've got three. Very happy about these choices. We have Decolonize Witchcraft, 3 brooms, and let's see. We get this a little bit of the shadow. Decolonize Witchcraft, 3 brooms, and My Witchcraft is Intersectional. So I am looking forward to finding good places on my jacket or purse for those. Oh, yay! And I think the last thing, we have a little moon magnet. We all need a little bit of moonlight in our life. That's it. So again, I have reading material for the summer. I am very happy about all of this stuff. Can't wait to get into all of this stuff. Again, if you're looking for a book about leftist theory and about pagan stuff, this place has a great selection. This is Portland Button Works. They're awesome. They've got an amazing selection of stuff. They were very helpful and very nice to ship overseas. Again, if you are living outside of the U.S., such as myself, and you want to buy yourself some stuff, they were very good about shipping. And also, again, I just felt a little better because, I've been really wanting to stock up on books, but also trying to avoid Amazon because, ugh. But, yeah, again, Bottom button works for the win. So thank you for watching my second ever box unboxing video, and I hope that you saw some titles that might interest you. So I'm going to wrap up this video so I can get started on some reading.